Aloha, YouTube investors. How is everybody doing today? My name is David Yansen. Welcome to my channel. Today is February 13th, Saturday, 2020, the day before Valentine's Day. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. Don't forget your other half. If you haven't gotten them something yet, if you end up watching this, I guess early Sunday morning for people on the mainland United States. Here in Hawaii, it's only 9 p.m. If you're on the other side of the world somewhere, it's probably already Valentine's Day, getting to the end of it. But regardless, I hope you had a great weekend, being safe and healthy. We are going to be looking at Robinhood here in this video. This is my growth portfolio of the three main ones that I use. Those of you who have seen my other videos, the three main ones that I use: Robinhood for growth, my individual dividend growth portfolio is with Fidelity, and then I have a Roth IRA with M1 Finance. And I just did those two videos a little bit earlier. Also, I did just eclipsed a goal that I had set for myself for the end of February, and I have trackyourdividends.com is the website that I use to keep track of my dividends and everything. I did that video earlier today as well too. So starting at around 1 minute 20 seconds all the way out to the 3-minute mark, I'll have these cards links popping up in the corner here. But you can actually watch the whole video to see this video and then go back and check those a little bit later if you like. You can check my playlist as well too. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you to everybody. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed and continue to follow my channel, supporting my channel by liking my videos. I really do appreciate it. I think I'm at 4,000 subscribers now, which is great, and hoping I can get to maybe 10,000 by the summer. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And there is a thumbs up button in the corner there for you to hit to like the video. And my question for you is, if you're using Robinhood, how did your Robinhood portfolio perform in 2020? Leave a comment with how your Robinhood portfolio performed in 2020. If you're not using Robinhood, there is a link in the description for you to get free stock. Same with Webull. I'm not sure what their promo is. Sometimes they give away 3 free stocks, 8 free stocks. It just varies from time to time. So you can check those links as well too. And but if you're not using any of those brokerages, maybe you're using Charles Schwab, how did things go for you in 2020 with investing? You can leave a comment. I appreciate it. So all time with Robinhood, I'm actually doing relatively well. This portfolio is a growth portfolio, so it is outperforming my Fidelity and my M1 Finance. Gains are over 34%, as you can see right here, 34.85%, and over $1,000 in gains. So it wasn't always this way, though. When I first started this in June 2014, I was still new. I was still learning. I just opened up Robinhoods because I'd found them with the zero commissions. I was using Stash and Acorns before. But then I started to actually add more to this when Robinhood went to fractional shares. Because I don't have a lot of money, the majority of my holdings I buy with fractional shares. And that started probably just before the crash here in March, where you can see I was down about $500, almost $500. I think it was over $500 at one point around here in March when the stock market crashed. I made some changes and added some other companies, took away some other companies, and now things have just continued to grow, which is what you want to see with the growth portfolio. So I feel pretty good about that, especially seeing how I've only been investing not just with Robinhood, but altogether under 2 years, starting in the summer of 2019. So these are my holdings here that I have, and just to give you an idea, right now is showing you the dollar amount that I have invested into these companies, but let me show you how they have performed for the year, and then I will show you how they performed for Friday, yesterday, February 12th. As far as winners and losers are concerned, I only have 2 holdings that all time are not in the green for me, that aren't trading up. Siri was the free stock that I got with Robinhood. I did add 2 more shares to it, so you can see that I'm up. Well, let's go to percentage instead of, whoops, that's the wrong one. Or maybe it only does percentage in the app. Yeah, I think it only does percentage in the app. So before it used to do percentage through here, so yeah, we'll just leave it at this right now. So this is the dollar amount that I'm up with it. This company, ICAGY is the ticker symbol. It's an international airline group. I have over 10.5 shares with them. They are a conglomerate of several airlines. As you can see, I'm down with them. Percentage-wise, just to show you here, I'm down over 20.5% with them. The dividend is okay, and they're still paying a dividend because, like I said, it's a conglomerate of several airlines. So they don't really need just one airline to perform well. They have a few airlines that they can rely on to perform well for them. And one of them, I guess the main one would be British Airways out of England. And then they also have an airline, Iberia, out of Spain. And I think they just added an airline out of Norway as well, too. So they are paying their dividend because they're doing relatively well. Overall, I really don't have a lot of, well, it's kind of equal now. But originally, I didn't have a lot of dividend-paying companies. But when I added Electronic Arts, EA, and Activision Blizzard, then this started to become a little bit more of a dividend company. But like I mentioned in other videos, I don't plan on keeping these two very long term. And at the time, EA wasn't paying a dividend. So, but then Salesforce, Square, all in the green as well too. This company here, ticker symbol VTRS, this was a spinoff of Pfizer. If you owned a certain amount of shares of Pfizer, then you would start getting a fraction share of the spinoff. So I owned just enough. I think I owned 5 at the time to where they gave me 1 share of it. I haven't even looked into the company yet. In other videos I said I was going to, but I haven't just because it was basically free to me. So I just kind of left it there and not really interested in investing in it. I have other holdings, not just in Robinhood, but also my Fidelity account and my Roth IRA that I would rather add to. So the only other loser all time for this Robinhood portfolio is Pfizer, and they don't really need much explanation, I don't think, as they're, have the vaccine shots going out right now, the 2 stages, super cold temperature that they have to keep it at. I own a little bit over 17 shares at 17.78 or 17.79 shares of Pfizer. Average share price is $35.81. I've been buying more of them, 1 share here and there over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So that's how I got up to 17. I think I added 1 more share yesterday on Friday. So percentage-wise, as far as my total return, I'm down 3%. But, for the day, it was up a little bit, almost 1%. And I still think that the company is going to do well long term, because at one time here, if we go 3 months out all the way to December, the stock had gone all the way up to $42, and that was on the hopes of the vaccine being distributed and stuff. And now that some other companies, Johnson & Johnson being one of them, and AstraZeneca and some others are kind of in the forefold, maybe that's why the stock is going a little bit, has been going down. Maybe people are just taking profits because the stock did so well back here in December. You can see even December 2nd, it was over $40 and over $39, $37 in November. So I don't know that it'll actually be trading consistently at $40. I would like to see it. In my personal opinion, it could stay at $40, no problem. But I like it for the dividend. And as you can see here, for the shares that I owned for the payout of March 5th, I'll be paid $3.59. The next time it'll be a lot more because I own more than 5 shares like I did originally for this $3.59 that I'll be paid next month. So those are the only 2 that are trading in the red all time for me. As far as what happened on Friday, all time for the portfolio, when the U.S. stock market closed, the day ended in the green, and the same thing in after hours, day ended in the green. And then for these individual holdings, a lot more red on the daytime view than on the all-time view. And Salesforce was actually doing relatively well throughout the week. So for it to be down only 0.35%, that's really good. Shopify is a really good company, and they just made another deal, which is going to cause their stock price to go up some more. And I'm up pretty good with them percentage-wise. My average share price is in the 700s, and now it's trading over $1,400. So about 50% I'm up with them. And then for the day, Hawaiian Airlines, I feel closer to them, and I like them better than the other U.S. domestic airlines, with the exception of Southwest. But I just didn't really want to invest in Southwest or Delta. I kind of like Delta too. I use them to fly to the mainland to see my sisters. Sony down a little bit, Neo down a little bit. I was over 1,000% gains with Neo, when my share price was $4.45. But now my share price is a little over $10. You can see $10.71. I added one share at about $38 or $40, somewhere around there. So now my total return is only 461%. But I like them for the long term. I don't feel like I have to have a lot of shares of them because the company is going to do really, really well in the EV market in China. Siri was the free stock that I got. I did add 2 shares to them. And then Uber was down for the day. Starbucks was down for the day. But overall, really not that bad for the day. Lyft was up. Stag Industrial, they just announced their earnings, so they were up. Facebook is always kind of in this 250, 270 mark, somewhere around there, like I mentioned in the Facebook video. And then Square, I believe they announced their earnings at the end of this month, so this might be a push of people buying, knowing that their earnings report is going to be really good. And then I have EA and Activision Blizzard here. So that's how Robinhood performed. Check out my other videos for M1 Finance and Fidelity. I hope you have a great week. Enjoy President's Day if you have it off. Mahalo and aloha.